All right. Merry Christmas, everyone. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Dano Crypto. On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. So, jing-a-ling-a-ling, ring and ding those bells, baby. All right, so we're going to get bullish on crypto because apparently the tone of the young people right now from a fresh 22-year-old out there is saying that crypto isn't cool anymore. I thought that was hilarious. I read that this morning, that apparently the young people think that crypto isn't cool. So I was like, oh, that's an interesting take for this Christmas season for 2025, coming to the end of the year. So welcome everyone, it's Christmas Eve, and we're going to be talking about the history of crypto prices on Christmas. So we have a little expose we're going to break down. We used Grok and we used a little bit of ChatGPT, and we're going to use a combination of both to break down some figures and some historical data of what the prices were on Christmas. And the fact that everything besides crypto is potentially getting a Christmas rally. You know, we have the S&P 500 breaking into all-time highs. We have silver breaking all-time highs, gold breaking all-time highs. Everything in the world seems like it's breaking out besides crypto. But guess what? That's the perfect setup that crypto has always loved. The volatility. So crypto basically has just lost a little bit of its normal volatility it's always had. That's what we liked about it, was the volatility. And we're going to show you how that volatility has been over the past 10 years, since 2010, the past 15 years since 2010, represented with Bitcoin, ETH, things like Dogecoin, XRP. And so we're going to break that down today. So Merry Christmas, everyone. Be sure to hit the like button, share the stream, and we just hope to see you in the chat. So let's start the show by breaking down this expose here. And real quick, it's going to get my sidebar off of here. Make sure we can. Okay. So first, let's break this down here. So in the early days of Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, have turned Christmas Day into a fascinating snapshot of market evolution, volatility, and the growth. So what started as a niche experiment has become a multi-trillion-dollar asset class. So currently, right now, the total cryptocurrency market cap is valued at around roughly average $4 trillion. It's fluctuated between 3 and 4 trillion, getting fairly close to $5 trillion market cap total. And so with prices on December 25th reflecting, broader cycles of booms, busts, adoption, this expose is going to focus on 4 major cryptos. It's going to be Bitcoin, ETH, Litecoin, and XRP. And we're going to dive into the Christmas Day, each from 2010, and highlight the trends. And we're just going to break that down a little bit this morning. So as you can see here on this particular chart, we can see that, just move this up to the top of the screen here. So Bitcoin between 2012 and 2013, you can see here we had in 2012 a Christmas, basically a Christmas rally. And then in 2016, you can see here in Christmas, we also had a major Christmas rally. So, and then in 2020 here, you can see Christmas had massive growth. And then you can see in 2024, we basically have only gone up right to about, you could see now we're into 2025 Christmas, which would be here represented on this portion, probably on the chart. You can't see it because my head's blocking it, but there you go. Let me move my body. So you can see that compared to the other rallies that we've had in the past, we haven't hit anywhere near as of what we've done previously in terms of the volatility. So Obviously, we know Bitcoin. If you don't know, Bitcoin was launched in 2009, delivered some epic holiday surprises from pennies to six figures. So in its history, this is the price. This is what's so crazy about the network effect adoption, supply demand, and also just people taking part in this experiment and then this network. Whether you think it's created by the NSA or the CIA or the government is eventually going to take over Bitcoin and use it to surveillance stuff, I don't know. Or quantum computing is going to take over everything. And maybe that's why gold and silver is pumping so hard. I don't know. But we're going to break it all down today, guys. So in 2010, the price of Bitcoin was 25 cents. Could you believe it? Early adoption phase, BTC was barely a blip on the radar. 2011, it goes all the way to $4. It's the first mini boom, up over 1,500% from the prior year. So price on December 25th, $4. Then you go to 2012, $13, had a steady climb amid growing awareness. More people started to be, kind of break into the mold. 2013 is about around the time that I was it's between 2012 and 2013, around in those prices between $13 and $700 is where I started to I heard, was hearing about Bitcoin. I saw Andreas Antonopoulos go on Joe Rogan, and I was like, okay, talking about sats and Satoshis and a digital money, barely paid attention. So 2013, massive rally driven by media hype and Mt. Gox exchange dominance in 2013, and then 2014 went down over 100%. 320 post bubble correction down 52% from 2013 highs, 50%. And 2015 recovery mode boosted by scaling debates. And then 2016 Christmas Day, $883. Halving year effects kicking up 97%. So then we start to experience the 4-year halving cycle of the 4-year halving cycle, instead of it being then we haven't gone into the altcoin seasons yet. That hasn't even come into play. There's other cryptos, but really technically it's it hasn't had a true altcoin season up until we get to 2017 and 16 with the ICOs, with ETH. Then 2017, we have $14,146, the price of Bitcoin on Christmas. ICO mania and bull run peak. It's up 1,500% year over year. Crazy. And then 2018, crypto winter hits hard. It's down 73% in the bear market. And you can see it was a big hit. And so this is where that volatility starts to come in really hard, and it kind of shows who's going to last. Is it going to survive? The Lindy effect, I guess, is where, we're learning about this, where the longer something lasts and can survive all of the different either geopolitical things, monetary stuff, multiple, different elections, and just whatever you name it that could affect the quote price of an asset, and it survives, then there's more of a chance that it'll be around even longer in the future. So, and this is my thesis on memes too, certain memes, if it can, just like Dogecoin, we're going to break down Dogecoin too, how these things can survive and outpace certain things, just purely by culturally driven narratives alone. It's going to be pretty fascinating to see what is still going to be around in the next 10 years. Love Doge. So, all right. So now you go to the 2019 slow rebound amid regulatory scrutiny, $7,206. Then you go to 2020, COVID stimulus and institutional entry MicroStrategy buys. We got MicroStrategy comes in August 2020 and starts to implement the Bitcoin strategy for their company. Then you go to 2021, all-time high era, NFTs, DeFi hype, crazy, metaverse tokens pumping, Axie Infinity, crypto games and stuff like that going wild. We got Bitcoin at 50K, $50,654. Then you go to 2022, we had a massive rug pull, black swan, FTX collapse. We had complete macro downturn, down 67%. We had capitulation after capitulation, multiple banks going down, multiple exchanges going down. We had the Luna crash all happen during this. And then we had the ETF anticipation sparking through January, which spurred a massive rally from the lows of 37 and also from the lows of this 16,000 here, going all the way to crush up into 100K. Now, what's fascinating is that in 2024, just last year, we ended the Christmas price at $98,000. Post-halving surge, ETF volume trading, and Trump era optimism up 159% year on the year. Okay. Now, you look at what the price is right now, as of this live stream, currently at 11:13 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're sitting at a whopping $86,000 or $87,000. Okay. Pretty crazy. Now, what do you guys think? Put it in the chat. What do you think is going to be? What do you think is going to be the price for Bitcoin ending this year or on Christmas? Sorry, I didn't see the chat. I was like, no one's chatting. I was like, why isn't anyone in the chat right now? But it was off. Sorry. I was like, where is everyone? But Merry Christmas. All right, we got French toast. We got French toaster in here. Lasers. Merry Christmas. Is it just you guys that watch the channel now, I guess? I guess it's just lasers, and that's only who watches the channel now. All right, let's see what we got. How many people do we have across all platforms? Make sure you let yourselves be known, please. Yeah, please just, I want some interactions. We need some interactions. We're going to continue going through this little expose here because I think it's really cool to track previous volatility of Bitcoin and also these other cryptos, because it just proves that like dollar cost averaging was always the answer. And every asset class, even when we've talked about Amazon and just any of the tech companies coming out of the internet bubble or the .com crash, dude, those things recovered so hard. The overall market recovered so hard in one of the biggest FUD attacks because we've had multiple now. So you think like we've had the 1980s crash, we've had the 2000s crash, we had COVID crash, we've had World War III, pre-World War III, all these countries like fighting with each other type attacks on all fronts. Middle East, Europe, Russia, all this, just all this stuff happening. I mean, it's so if crypto can last through all this stuff, then I feel like and especially if it could had last through all this and have that type of price appreciation, even with all of the FUD against it, I think we could go through the next 10 years and see Bitcoin at $1 million per coin. That's with all of the, quantum computing FUD, it being created by the NSA or all the things. French Toaster's paying prices right now. He's like, the price is wrong. As Bob Barker would say, I think you've had enough. No? Bitcoin's like, now you've had enough. We're like, now you're going to get it, Bobby. You eat pieces for breakfast? No. Yeah, and Grizzly Adams had a beard. Grizzly Adams did have a beard. Okay. All right, we gotta stop. All right, Ethereum. Now let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum, this is like, people are always dogging on Ethereum, and I get it. I know, like, the price of Ethereum back in 2021, like, it's the same. It's basically, we're like, it's been 5 years, and it's just been like, what is even happening with Ethereum? I get it. You know, it's look at how old it is, 2016, and then look at the comparison to Bitcoin. You know, it's like Bitcoin has like 7 years on Ethereum. So I've always been in the camp that Ethereum is just having the similar kind of growing pains as Bitcoin and adoption level. And before you know it, just add on another 6 years and you're going to see ETH at $15,000. And all you have to do is stop trying to be a trader and be like tribalist. If you're going to be like, well, I'm just going to buy Solana or I'm just going to buy ETH, you know, like maybe you could just buy both. I don't know. It's DeFi, guys. You can do whatever you want. You can be bullish ETH, Bitcoin, and Sol and XRP all at the same time and ignore everyone. That's where you start to get the real alpha, because the timeline and all these people, they're in their tribes, and we're over here like, hey, I'll buy Bitcoin, I'll buy Sol, I'll buy ETH, I'll test it all out. I'm gonna try a little bit of some pulse chain, and you know what? Maybe if I just dollar cost averaged into all this stuff over time and ignore everyone, I'm probably gonna win, because the probability of me winning is way higher than listening to everyone else. Merry Christmas. All right, so 2015, Ethereum was 93 cents. Can you freaking believe it? Fresh launch, mostly developer interest, launched by Vitalik Buterin, Gavin Wood, and Charles Hoskinson, along with a team of developers and Smarty Pants. Eventually, they all started fighting, and Gavin and Charles, because their egos, and they're like, well, I don't want to work with Vitalik because blah, 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 blah. And then they went off and created their own blockchains. And they're big smarty pantses. But I digress. 2016, price on the Christmas 25th, $7.18. That's an early growth, up 672% as smart contracts gained traction because they actually worked when they launched it. Then 2017, $800. ICO explosion propels ETH. 2018, bear market wipeout. So it went down 84%. So you smell that volatility right there. That's what everyone was like, oh, dang, this is new tech volatility. 2019, $140, sideways amid DeFi emergence. So it just kind of was like flat. From 2018-19 was just flat. Then 2020, $600, DeFi summer aftermath, up 328%. And we weren't in crypto just yet. We were kind of Robin Hooding, and we weren't really in the trenches or trying to learn about crypto a lot, like at that point, but we were interested. That was when everyone was getting on Robinhood or Webull or eToro, and all these brokerages were getting such high traffic because people were locked down. We also were getting stimulus checks, and people were trying to decide like, hey, what do I do with this stimulus? Funny enough, we're going to have that similar setup, but it's not COVID and it's not a lockdown. It's monetary lockdown. It's called, you got all your money stolen, and then now the government quote, feels bad for you. So through the tariffs, we might get a pity check of $2,000. So just so you guys know, that check that the military got was apparently from tariff revenue. So if they're giving us the key or the crystal ball into what they might be doing with us, all those little Americans over here, all the lowly taxpayer, we might get a stimulus. Okay, so that's going to be coming in I think probably quarter one or I would quarter one if they can get it voted, pushed through fast enough, because they have to vote for it. We're going to get a stimulus, and it's going to have some similar things happening. Now, here's the difference. People weren't sports betting and prediction market betting back in 2020. Now that takes up $4 trillion of volume, trading volume, like crazy. So with knowing that, we're going to have a split of people betting a lot of this. They're probably not going to be in quote investing it, but then there are going to be a big, like us, like we're probably not going to bet it all away. We're not going to leverage trade it away. We're probably going to find the coins that we like, and we already know what they are. Like you have your bags, and the people watching, I know exactly what you guys already like. You tell me all the time. You're probably going to double down and start to buy more of that because you're like, hey, this is fresh money. Why would I like waste this? I need to put it into something so I can get a return. It's already not enough. Whatever they're going to give you isn't enough, but we'll still have to be grateful for it and make it do something. But I think that's going to happen. Same type of setup, but just in a different, we're just in a different reality. We're in a different timeline, by the way, guys. I don't know if you realize like how much the timelines have been skewed and messed up. Why do you think you feel so weird? Why do you think you feel so weird and you're like, something just doesn't feel right? Yeah, it's because something doesn't feel right. It's because the freaking timelines are going like this. They're literally like, they're something ain't right. So you know, if you're feeling weird, it's because the timelines it's the Mandela effect happening almost every damn day. So, yeah, so Laser said, I'm 100% converting the fiat into crypto and staking it immediately. Or you can even go as far as like, if you want to put it into something physical, tangible, you can buy gold and silver. Find someone who is going to sell you real spot silver, physical, real good silver, and gold, and you could just do that too, because then at least you know that like you're gonna beat the inflation, you're gonna beat the debasement, you're gonna beat the inflation. Companies and the big entities that make the stuff that we like need silver, and they even need gold too. And people are setting up their monetary systems on this because they know the debt fiat currency system sucks. And it only goes to zero. So now we're seeing how this is playing out. And I think the next setup, obviously, in volatility is going to be in crypto. If you look at it in terms of like, look, crypto is just like, it's just the next obvious ecosystem to get value. And we're being fudded out of it, 100%. You're even going to get, possibly even people are going to FUD out on gold because like, and silver because like, oh, it's, you know, it's breaking up to the all-time high resistance levels. And, you know, I think this is pretty much it. And like, they tried to do that. They tried to fudge you out, but then it didn't work. It didn't work. We talked about this. I wish more people knew about this because I found out about this just recently about how they manipulate the silvers market so much. And it's exactly what they did to the crypto markets on October 10th. Same playbook. The same playbook they did on October 10th for crypto. Reset. So let's continue. Now you go into 2021, we rallied on all-time high era NFTs and DeFi hype, and then 2022. Wait. Sorry. No. We got to go back to Ethereum. All right. So now you go back to Ethereum. So going from 2020, 2021, $4,000 from 600 NFTs and layer 2 boom, peak bull. So we remember this. This is where things were getting insane. This is where the true level of altcoin mania was insane. I mean, we had like AVAX was at over $135. We had stuff going insane. I mean, it was ridiculous. Like two coins that I remember specifically that actually outperformed the entire market was Axie Infinity and Illuvium. Those coins went up thousands of %. It was insane. Illuvium went from like $10 or something to like over $1,200. It was like $1,200 Illuvium. This is a trifold ecosystem gaming token thing, and people were actually playing it. And so it was like a whole nother type of era. Like back then, it was wild. So to know that like we're back in this area, but we have way less of that type of euphoria, I get it. Like, it's like, that's why people are just like, but it's not like any of that went anywhere. I think it's only going to get better, and just wait until Grand Theft Auto comes out and they're going to implement some kind of in-game currency whole ecosystem to where you could literally just play Grand Theft Auto and probably make a regular salary. Yeah, it's going to change up a little bit. It's going to change up the game. Watch how powerful the gaming nerds come out in droves to promote crypto when it's implemented in something like that. It's just a matter of time. And when we talk about NFTs, NFT market still hasn't even scratched the surface, because once someone like Taylor Swift or whoever the biggest artist is right now selling, tickets for $1,000 that are even in the cheap seats, wait till they do full implementation of some type of NFT VIP program where you get to sit in the VIP lounge, you get to do a special signing because you have an NFT, and you can prove it because you have on-chain proof, you got the certificate, whatever it is. That's when we start to get real utility for NFTs, and it's going to get crazy. And then you think about, oh, well, which artist is going to use which chain for which NFTs, and then they're going to be, and then you're going to see Taylor Swift walking around with a Solana shirt on her. I don't know. It's just like that's kind of what I think about. It's like Paris Hilton and Tron. And that's hilarious. Doesn't GTA come out when Chappelle leaves? That's so funny. Yeah, they timed it perfect. Like the bull run, I think, is going to be activated, or at least be peaking or getting towards like going to the euphoria level when GTA is about to come out. They announce some crazy thing. Chappelle's out, and we're in like the end of quarter 1 next year. And then I think the rest of 2026 is like wild card. I really think it's wild card, because crypto's been beat down so bad and made fun of and been outperformed by everything right now that we are the quote laughing stock technically on the timeline in terms of investments, right? To be in crypto right now, you look like a fool. Gonna have the last laugh, my friends. We always do. It's just the nature of the game. We're on the bleeding edge of culture here, okay? That's just how you have to think about it. It's not because we think we're better than anyone. It's not because we think we're smarter. It's just that we've been on the edge of the bleeding culture tech. We were just kind of young back then. We couldn't put our money where our mouth is. We were 10 years old, okay? Now we're 35. Now we have some money. Now we can actually put it somewhere. Now we know what the fiat cash is. Now we know what Bank of America was trying to do to us when we were teenagers. We know the jig is up, my friends. What do? We rally together. That's what we do. We rally together. What do you think? Okay, Christmas rally, it ain't about the prices. It's about our perception. It's about our attitude. It's about what we're talking about. It's about what we are striving to do. At the end of this year, my friends, We need to stand together and be bullish on crypto, or else. Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. Let's go. Tired of this bearishness. I'm coming down your chimney with Bitcoin and ETH, and if you're lucky, a box of coal. Oh my gosh. I hope you guys like the intro. We forgot that they did this. They have Santa live streaming Santa. Santa's actually over Russia right now. He's already delivered 87 billion presents. 87 billion presents have been delivered. So get ready. Get ready, my friends. Santa's coming.
Joining us right now.
Santa's here. Santa's here, alive and well. People I still believe in Santa. I believe in Santa. Santa is real. Don't you tell me Santa's fake. Santa's real. The spirit of Santa is real. He's real. Believe it or not.
Joining us right now with a look at crypto in the year ahead is Rob Haddock. He's the general partner, Dragonfly, a crypto-focused investment firm. We've been talking about Bitcoin and crypto all morning. Crypto's not had a great year at the moment. I don't know if you think we're in a crypto winter. I don't know where you think we go from here.
Yeah, so it hasn't had a great year, but I think it's important to zoom out, right? So if you look at the returns for Bitcoin relative to the day before the election in 24, Bitcoin's up about 26%, NASDAQ's up about 28%. If you look out, even further than that, 2 years, Bitcoin's doubled, NASDAQ's up 50%. So I think it's a little bit too myopic and a little bit too, call it, zoomed in to just talk about this year on an asset that's kind of run up that much over that period of time.
So if that's the case, where do you think we go? We have some folks on the technical side who say we can go lower from here.
Yeah.
Others who think there's a floor. Others who think we're going to the moon.
Yeah. So I'm not a technical investor. I'm a long-term investor. We're a VC fund, but I continue to see a strong and constructive 2026.
When you are you a Bitcoin guy? Are you an Ethereum guy? Are you a Solana guy? What's your
flavor?
What's your flavor?
Across the ecosystem. So we're venture capital.
Right.
We invest in everybody that's doing anything that's interesting in tokenized digital assets, crypto. We are large investors in Polymarket. We're large investors in a lot of stablecoin companies, but we're also investors in everything across, DeFi, the Ethereum ecosystem, Solana ecosystem. We're not what I would say ideological about crypto. What we are is investing in the future of innovation and financial markets.
Okay. So hear what he said. Exactly what we were breaking down in the live stream this morning is to not get tribalist, understand that we're investing in the future of how things are most likely going to be ran and run. We know precious metals obviously are going to have value. That's why people are investing in it. It's a scarce thing. It's hard to also mine it. And so we can take those same kind of concepts of scarcity and supply in the digital realm too. And yes, you could probably say, oh, it's vaporware, it's just digital. Oh, okay. But if that's the case, then why are people spending so much money on subscriptions for things that are programs and code and things that, you're spending money on stuff that's code every single day. That does have value and it does generate revenue. So when people say that crypto doesn't have value or it's not tied to anything, they don't know what they're talking about. They have no idea about data, network, and what actually Amazon and these big companies actually spend millions and trillions of dollars on. Your freaking data. How do you secure it? I don't know, on a blockchain. So that's how you have to think about it. Can't secure it on gold and silver. Can't secure it on fiat cash that's going to zero. You have to secure it on a network. That's how these things run. That's how the stock market is going to be run, on the network. And so that's how it's going to continue. So that's how I think about it. That's why I'm bullish Sol. I think Sol is going to do really well in terms of the institutional adoption, but also just like dApps and applications and the developers, but then also the same with Ethereum. But then Ethereum is just going to come in and just be like, hey, all you banks, you can build your money funds and all your stuff on ETH. You can mint. ETH is basically saying, hey, you can mint $1 billion in stables in 2 seconds and then send it to whoever the hell you want. And we'll also help you with developers. And you think ETH isn't going to $15,000? Get out of my timeline and off the stream. That's how I think. All right. We're going to continue going down a little bit of this expose. Make sure you hit the like button. ETH. I think ETH can go to 15K. All right, so now XRP is a really interesting one because we had obviously all the SEC lawsuits, early days, 2013, it was literally 2 cents. Low liquidity, but then when you pop up 2017, it went to $1 partnership hype, it went up 15,000%. So basically, the thing with XRP is I would say more so in the adoption of like worldwide, that like Middle Eastern money, like the Qatars and the Saudis and, you know, all that money, like that crazy money. I think that's where XRP is going to shine. Not necessarily in terms of like American adoption, but there are a lot of the, you know, XRP army people in America. I think the most delusional people on the planet are actually XRP holders thinking it can go to $100. But hey, that's what I want. I want delusional, crazy people like making TikTok videos that go viral. I want a TikTok virality XRP, people saying XRP is going to go to $1,000. I don't care, because that's what we actually do need. We need people to be like crazy and start to just like, because that's what people don't understand in crypto, and also just in things that are scarce, like Bitcoin, is that imagine if enough people rallied behind a few assets. Millions and millions of people starting to wake up, and then what if they just bought Doge? It did kind of happen. It did happen with GME. People woke up, they tried to do it, the system hit the kill switch button on it. This is what was revealed of how the system is rigged. And so if we were to have all collectively realized at that point, oh my gosh, it is rigged, what can we do now? Let's rally into something that they can't stop the sell button or the buy button. It's decentralized. It's on a blockchain, whether it be a freaking meme coin or whatever it is. Let's buy that. So that is still at play. It could happen with SPX 6900. It could happen with Pepe. It could happen with a lot of different things. It could happen with Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 Inu, with the ticker Bitcoin. But the point is that it is a perception problem. We think we don't have the power. That's the whole thing. We still think we don't have the ability to change it. We almost did it. We almost did it. Like, look, like we almost beat the system. We had the chance, and we still lost hope. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, Mark Dutch. Mark Dutch came in hot with the super chat, said we don't always agree, but I do want to wish you and the fam a Merry Christmas. Now that's a very Christian thing that you did there, sir. You know, Christians are supposed to be able to respectfully disagree without killing each other, and then you kind of come to, you come to an understanding. That's at least what I learned over the years from certain pastors in the Christian sect, you know. So hey, Merry Christmas. Thank you. I appreciate it. We will spread the Christmas cheer. Okay, so I hope you guys liked the thumbnail. I think the thumbnail was I don't think you're going to see any better thumbnail than this one today. And then what's crazy is that if this thumbnail would have hit the timeline in YouTube 2 years ago, my channel would have went viral. People would have been there would have been thousands of people tuning in that would have been like, what is that? This is so good. But we're in a bear market right now. We're in a bear market for crypto attention. We're in a bear market for crypto content creators. We are in a bear market for just the attention on this topic in general in the bubble that we're in. Now, but what's crazy is that you watch mainstream media, that's all they want to talk about. That's all they want. They want to talk about crypto so much. CNBC, Bloomberg, Yahoo Finance, they want it. That's all. They might as well just turn their channels into crypto channels. They want to talk about crypto. So that's why I continue to do what I'm doing. I continue to show up. I don't care how bad it looks. I don't care that there's sometimes only 2 people watching. My wife came in and she was like, I had to end the live stream a little earlier. I had to go and run an errand. And she was like, well, there's only 2 people watching anyway. And I said, I don't care. I'll stream to 2.5 men until they show up. You build it, they come. Like, I'm not going to be that influencer that just shows up when times are good and then they disappear when it's like you need them the most. To show that we're still here suffering with you in the game, in the volatility, in the pink, baby, in the damn pink. All right? So if you're not with me, you don't understand the energy and where I'm coming from. I don't know what else to tell you. Don't know what else to tell you guys. All right, well, I hope you guys are gonna have. I hope you guys are gonna have a good Christmas. Do your best if Christmas is not a good time for you, because that's the thing. Like, Christmas is interesting because it's like Christmas, it's like it can be joyful, but then at the same time, it's like it can be, be really painful for people. And so you have to have compassion and you have to pray. And you have to know that like not everyone's having the same kind of Christmas as you. Might bring up a lot of emotions. And so I want to take a moment to pray for those people. So if you want to pray with me, dear Lord Jesus, pray to you today to give the people that are maybe not feeling as jolly and merry this Christmas season, maybe something, has affected them during this time. And we want to pray that you give them strength and you give them love and you shine their, your light on them and their hearts. And just give them love and guide them through this Christmas season to, yeah, to just to experience your grace and hopefully feel a little bit of the Christmas spirit this year. In your name we pray, amen. All right. So right now, I'll just tell you off the top of my head, I think the narratives to watch that are pretty much bottomed and are starting to kind of get attention again, funny enough, are the AI stuff. The AI agents or AI meta, whatever you can find, that's the quote mid-cap kind of, it's like right under the popular stuff. I think that's the meta. So for me, that's been AGI, which is funny. If you think about AGI, that's what artificial general intelligence. That's a big key word and topic. What has a good ticker is Delicium, which has been AGI for a long time. And before anyone was talking about all this stuff, this coin was getting some major traction, okay? It's bottomed from its 2023. It's on its 2023 low of where we had previous support. But from this point was where we had that whole meta happening and the dang thing went up 5,000%. And was able to sustain itself for quite a bit. But then it, you know, from here, we just kind of, it was just one of those things where it just went. So if you're looking at things that are like at the quote bottom that you could potentially be scooping up, not this coin specifically, but just something that's similar to this setup, this is what I would be looking at. Because right now, if you buy stuff like this or looking like this and hold it long enough into quote Q2 next year, where we think we could be getting an altcoin rally because of the rotation. Hopefully this is the rotation. I mean, you're going to be pretty happy. You're going to be like, wow, okay, DCA works. Didn't have to trade. You didn't have to time it. You just had to pony up and say, okay, I'm not going to listen to you freaking bears. Like, who cares if it even goes down another 10, 15%? Oh, wow. Do you realize when it goes down 90%, the recovery is like hundreds of percent when it comes to certain altcoins? Okay. When it comes to certain altcoins, it can go down 95% 2 times and then go up 600, 700%. Do you think it really matters at a point if you buy right here or right here or right here? No, it doesn't freaking matter at all, because if it goes even back to the red line, you just beat any of the losses. You do this with any of your good coins that you've been following that have shown any type of action at all. This is how you have to think about it. This is where dollar cost averaging just will beat anything. You just ignore everyone. Ignore everyone and you lock in and just and yeah, and those are good picks, had been like Solana, Near, and I got Near on the list too. Near's always been on my list of a coin to watch. Where did it go? Did I take it off my list? That'd be weird if I did, because I normally always have it. I think I might have taken it off to put something else on there. Yeah, why did I take it off? Oh, I do have it. Am I just looking right past it? Oh, it is right there. I'm like, I could not see it. Yeah, so Near, look, Near's in that same kind of setup. It's like right at its bottom. It's getting right. I mean, it could probably even go a little lower, honestly. I mean, looking at this chart, it looks like the perfect setup of grabbing liquidity right here. Like grab it right at that wick and boom, and then that's going to be like the setup for the altcoin season, you know? So this is the thing, guys. I mean, it's like, it's really like this is the time to either like believe or not. You either think it's all going to zero, you either think it's all going to zero and it's over, pack it up, or you think like what Headband just said, it's criminally undervalued, this entire ecosystem of things, and you're just like salivating like at the fact that AVAX is $12. Like AVAX being $12 and Litecoin being $75, like I'm so mad that I spent all this money on Christmas presents instead of just buying crypto. I should have just told everyone in Santa just to pack it up and be like, nope, I just want all the crypto for myself. That's how I really felt in my head, but I was like, no, I'm going to provide a nice Christmas. Santa's going to provide a nice Christmas. And we're just going to have to work a little harder. That's all. Just mine a little bit more fiat, you know? And what's so funny is that I know retail ain't here yet, because when I talk about mining fiat, a couple people didn't know what I was talking about. And I was like, oh, we got a long way to go. I was like, if you don't even know what I'm saying by mining fiat, and I said, well, it's just what us crypto people say. Like we're a different type of breed. I said, when we have to go mine fiat, that's how it feels. We're mining it. And then we convert it, we melt it down into ore, and we put it into, and we hammer it into our Ethereum steel. And we slice the bears. Honestly, I think a great gift would be to give someone a crypto portfolio like $200, and you give them like a Coinbase gift card or something, or like I don't know. You just say you better just like you set them, like you give them a gift card or like a cash card, like a credit cash card, and you give them full instructions. And you say, this is where you're gonna go. This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna buy all this stuff. Or just give them a basket ETF of altcoins. Like, that would just be great. Get them a little Bitcoin, like $100 of Bitcoin, $100 of Ethereum. Give them $100 of XRP, little stable coin. You know, just give them a nice little basket. I know it's probably a lot. You're like, whoa, that's all. $50 of Solana. Little Dogecoin, just give them the culture, like to say, hey, here's Dogecoin. It's the longest lasting chain of a meme coin that was a joke. It was forked off of Litecoin, and then Litecoin is forked off of Bitcoin. Bitcoin's the original. Ethereum's the first smart contract platform that can actually, I mean, gosh, you can just kind of go down the line. This is what we need to do with people, man. We're not working for our bags enough. That's all I got to say. Tell them about Dogecoin, and then lead them down to how Shiba Inu was successfully did a complete like takeover marketing campaign to actually get people to normies to buy Shiba Inu, another dog meme coin. Oh my God. It's like, we have things we could do, my friends, to onboard the masses. But all right, guys, thanks for tuning in. We're gonna end it. We really appreciate it. We got more work to do. We have to mine fiat today. So we're gonna go and do that. Merry Christmas. Hope you enjoyed the live stream, and make sure on the way out you guys hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment. Yeah, just share the live stream. It just helps with the algorithm, and YouTube will possibly be a little nicer. We'll see what happens. As long as the thing is if you make YouTube money, they'll push you. They'll push you more. You just gotta click on all the ads. I gotta be like a money making machine for YouTube, and then they'll promote me. So that's what my friend said. He's like, you just gotta shut up, hush your mouth about the conspiracies, and have your channel make them money, and they'll promote you. I said, I guess that's how you gotta play the game, you know? So, All right. Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you have a good day tomorrow. And don't forget to leave the cookies out for Santa in the milk. Okay. Got to leave the cookies out in the milk. So, all right. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out, guys.